Hey everybody, Joe Mangum here. I am a real estate agent and a trainer and an author and a coach. And you probably have been seeing me right here on this channel talking about pricing tips. So over the last month or so, I've been coming on and talking about all the various pricing tips, giving you all kinds of great information about pricing. But today I want to talk about something serious, and I want to talk about this deadly cycle, and it is deadly to your real estate career. So what is the deadly cycle? Let me explain, because I have been through it, and as a matter of fact, I've been through it a couple of times. And that deadly cycle is, I know that I need to prospect for listings. I know that listings are really, really good for my business. I know that it builds a brand. It builds a business for me. It gets me buyers. It gets me sellers. I know all of those things. And yet, when I go and start working with a seller, what happens is they're not all that enthusiastic about putting their house on the market at the price that the market indicates. And so ultimately I find myself getting sucked into pricing it the way they want it priced. That starts the cycle. The cycle goes like this. Well, I really try to get that thing sold at this elevated price. I throw money against it. I throw time and energy and enthusiasm against it. And yeah, nothing happens. And that's because nothing's going to sell an overpriced house, not even really a good market without a lot of time. And so ultimately, the sellers and I start hating each other. It expires. The sellers go and list with someone who listed where I told them to originally. It sells pretty quickly. I swear off listings and I go running to buyers and start only working buyers. Now that sets off the next cycle. And the next cycle is I'm working like a plow horse. And that means that I have no quality of life. I'm exhausted and my business is never going to be what I want it to be. That's the cycle that happens with listings. Now, I'm here to tell you, you can break the cycle. I've broken the cycle. Many people have broken the cycle. How do you break it? You break it by learning two things. Learning how to create a market study. Not just create a CMA, but create a market study that gives you exactly the sweet spot for that house and outlines a strategy for how that house should be priced. That's number one. Number two is how you present it to the seller in such a way that they go, yeah, I get it, I understand. That's the other skill that you must have. So it's two parts, a market study and the skill of presenting the pricing to the seller. Now, you might go, okay, wait a second, I'm not quite sure about this. And I totally understand it because we were taught a completely different way. We were taught to do a CMA, and wherever that range came in, go in with that. So here would be my question for you. How's that working for you? Yeah, it really doesn't work all that well. And that's why I developed another system. I developed something called Strategic Pricing Specialist. That is the course that I am bringing to the HPW Real Estate School this coming Thursday. It's a whole day, and we roll up our sleeves and we go to work on you completely changing the way you think about pricing, the way you present pricing, and how you find the best price. That's what we're going to be doing. So this class, again, this Thursday, it gives you all of that information. It gives you 4 hours of CE, and if you already had your elective, did you know you can roll one over? Yep, you can. And this is the course that qualifies you for the Strategic Pricing Specialist designation. And that is the designation that you can move forward into listing appointments with, and you can share with the seller how you are actually better than the average bear at pricing and how you know what you're doing. So street cred, I love credibility. You can get all of those things this Thursday at the HPW Real Estate School. I hope to see you there, where you're going to change your business by never having another overpriced listing.